13 Stoic Principles so that nothing can affect you. Epictetus, Stoicism. Have you ever wondered what it would feel like to face life's challenges without being rattled? To remain calm, centered, and unshaken, no matter what chaos unfolds around you. What if I told you that this is not only possible but has been practiced and perfected for centuries through a powerful philosophy known as Stoicism? It's a way of thinking that shifts your focus inward, helping you master yourself instead of battling an unpredictable world. Life, as we all know, is full of twists and turns. There are triumphs, setbacks, and moments that push us to our limits. The Stoics didn't shy away from this truth, they embraced it. Through their wisdom, we learn that the key to strength lies not in controlling what happens to us, but in controlling how we respond. Today, we're diving into 13 Stoic principles inspired by the teachings of Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca. These principles are more than philosophical musings, they're practical tools to help you navigate relationships, careers, and personal growth with grace and resilience. But before we begin, here's a meaningful challenge for you. Watch this video from start to finish, absorb its teachings, and apply them to your life over the next week. Then, come back and share your results. Write "Go with the flow" in the comments to commit to this journey and discover the powerful insight Stoic philosophy offers. If you're ready to unlock the secrets to an unshakable mind, let's get started. Number 1. Cultivate inner stability amid chaos. A cornerstone of Stoicism is cultivating inner stability, a calm, unwavering mindset no matter what chaos surrounds you. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Life, like the vast and tempestuous ocean, is an endless expanse of unpredictable waves, sometimes gentle, often fierce. The storm may rage, and the winds may howl, but the true measure of strength lies not in silencing the storm, but in forging a vessel resilient enough to brave its fury. The Stoics, with their timeless wisdom, remind us that true peace is not found in controlling the external tempests of life but in anchoring ourselves within, a fortress of calm amidst the chaos. Imagine a workplace scenario. Your boss suddenly announces a reorganization, leaving your role uncertain. The initial reaction might be panic or frustration. After all, change often feels like a threat to our security. However, a Stoic approach shifts the focus. Instead of fixating on the external upheaval, you turn inward and focus on strengthening your skills, adaptability, and mindset. You remind yourself, this is beyond my control, but how I navigate it is entirely up to me. In relationships, this principle holds immense value. Picture a close friend canceling plans at the last minute. It's easy to feel slighted or disappointed. However, when you cultivate inner stability, you understand that their actions don't dictate your emotional state. Instead of dwelling on the cancellation, you channel your time and energy into something productive or enjoyable. This principle is about becoming the eye of the storm, the calm center that remains unaffected by the chaos around it. Inner stability doesn't mean indifference, it means responding thoughtfully rather than reacting impulsively. Practical exercise. Start your day with a grounding practice, meditation, journaling, or simply a moment of gratitude. This sets a stable tone for the day. When faced with a challenge, pause and ask yourself, how can I maintain my composure while addressing this? Reflect on situations where you've let external events control your emotions and consider how a calm, centered approach might have changed the outcome. Marcus Aurelius beautifully encapsulates this. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Cultivating inner stability transforms the way you interact with the world, empowering you to stay composed and focused no matter the circumstances. Number 2. Reframe adversity as opportunity. Adversity is life's most consistent teacher, shaping our character through challenges. Marcus Aurelius wisely said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." With this mindset, obstacles transform from roadblocks into stepping stones for growth. In relationships, adversity often takes the form of disagreements or rejection. For instance, when a partner pulls away, it's not necessarily the end, it's a chance to reflect on your role in the relationship and nurture self-awareness. Similarly, rejection teaches resilience, helping you recalibrate and refocus on relationships that align with your values. In the workplace, challenges like criticism or missed opportunities can spark self-improvement. Instead of taking feedback as a blow to your self-worth, view it as a guide to refine your skills. For example, a rejected project proposal offers a chance to revisit your approach and emerge stronger. Practical steps. Pause and reflect. Ask yourself, what lesson is this teaching me? Shift the narrative. Replace self-defeating thoughts with empowering ones. Embrace growth. Use each challenge as an opportunity to develop resilience and mastery. Epictetus reminds us, difficulties are things that show a person what they are. Adversity is not here to defeat you but to build you. Whether in love, work, or family, it's a chance to rise stronger. Number 3, focus on your purpose. Purpose is the compass that guides you through life's chaos. Without it, you risk drifting aimlessly, swayed by the demands and distractions of others. Epictetus wisely stated, difficulties show a person's character. Knowing your purpose helps you navigate challenges with clarity and resolve. In relationships, having a clear sense of purpose prevents you from losing yourself. A person grounded in their goals and values is not easily swayed by fleeting desires or toxic dynamics. For example, someone focused on personal growth and career aspirations will naturally attract partners who respect their drive and independence. In the professional world, purpose gives you the courage to say no to opportunities that don't align with your long-term goals. Imagine being offered a promotion that demands sacrificing your health or family time. Clarity of purpose allows you to make decisions rooted in what truly matters, rather than chasing superficial achievements. Practical steps. Define your core values. Take time to identify what matters most to you. Is it family, personal development, or contributing to a larger cause? Set long-term goals. Write down your aspirations and revisit them regularly to stay on course. Evaluate decisions. When faced with a dilemma, ask yourself, does this align with my purpose? Marcus Aurelius urged us, stop wandering about. Instead, be content to rest in the knowledge that you already possess everything necessary to achieve greatness. When you anchor yourself to a purpose, you cultivate resilience, attract meaningful connections, and gain the strength to weather life's storms. Number 4, respond, don't react. Life is full of moments that test your patience, whether it's a rude comment from a coworker, a partner leaving their laundry everywhere except the hamper, or someone cutting you off in traffic like they're auditioning for a Fast and Furious movie. The Stoics, however, believe that true power lies in your ability to respond thoughtfully rather than reacting impulsively. Epictetus famously said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This principle reminds us that while we can't control the chaos around us, we can control how we handle it. The art of the pause. Imagine this, you're in a heated argument with your partner because they forgot to pick up dinner again. Your first instinct might be to fire back with a sarcastic comment about their memory. But what if, instead, you paused, took a deep breath, and said, "Let's figure this out together"? Suddenly, the mood shifts from confrontation to collaboration. The same applies at work. When a colleague takes credit for your brilliant idea, the impulse to accidentally spill coffee on their laptop might arise. But responding calmly, perhaps with a subtle, "I'm glad you appreciated my idea during the meeting," protects your integrity and keeps you looking like the office MVP. Practical tips for mastering the pause. Count to 3. When frustration bubbles up, silently count to 3 before speaking. It's a small trick that creates just enough space for thoughtful action. Play detective. Instead of reacting emotionally, ask yourself, what's really happening here? Sometimes, the problem isn't you, It's someone else's bad day. Channel your inner philosopher. Ask, will this matter in a week? A month? A year? Often, the answer is no. Marcus Aurelius said, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. By responding instead of reacting, you transform chaos into an opportunity for grace and wisdom, even if the laundry still ends up on the floor. Number 5. Practice voluntary discomfort. In a world filled with instant gratification, express shipping, swipe right dating, and food deliveries that arrive faster than you can change your mind, the idea of choosing discomfort may sound absurd. But the Stoics believe that deliberately stepping into discomfort builds resilience and strengthens character. Seneca encouraged, set aside a certain number of days during which you will be content with the scantiest and cheapest fare. This principle applies not just to physical comforts but also to emotional ones, particularly in the realm of love. Discomfort in love and relationships. Imagine you're in a relationship where you constantly avoid difficult conversations because you fear confrontation. By doing so, you may achieve temporary peace, but at the cost of authenticity and growth. Practicing voluntary discomfort might mean initiating that tough talk about boundaries, unmet needs, or future plans. Yes, it's uncomfortable, but it fosters deeper understanding and mutual respect. On the flip side, embracing rejection can also be an act of voluntary discomfort. If you're hesitant to express your feelings to someone for fear of being turned down, remember, discomfort is temporary, but regret can linger. The Stoics would encourage you to act with courage, regardless of the outcome, because resilience comes from facing, not avoiding, discomfort. Practical examples of voluntary discomfort. Physical discomfort. Try skipping a luxurious meal for something simple and nourishing, or opt for a cold shower. These small sacrifices remind you that happiness doesn't depend on extravagance. Emotional discomfort. Challenge yourself to speak up in a meeting or admit when you've made a mistake. In relationships, express vulnerability instead of avoiding it. Digital discomfort. Take a day off from social media or turn off notifications. Experiencing the unease of missing out trains you to prioritize what truly matters. Marcus Aurelius said, you should leave another's wrong where it lies. Similarly, leave your comfort zone where it lies, step into challenges willingly. Whether it's a cold shower or an honest conversation, these small acts of discomfort prepare you to face life's bigger storms with fortitude. In love and beyond, discomfort is the bridge to growth. Number 6. Cultivate gratitude. Gratitude is a powerful anchor in the sea of life's uncertainties. While it's easy to focus on what's lacking, the Stoics believed in finding joy and strength in what you already have. As Seneca eloquently put it, nothing is more honorable than a grateful heart. Cultivating gratitude shifts your perspective, offering clarity and a deeper connection to the present moment. Gratitude in love and relationships. In relationships, gratitude is often overshadowed by expectations. Consider this. How often do you thank your partner for the little things they do? Maybe they make your morning coffee, remember your favorite snack, or lend a listening ear after a long day. It's easy to take these gestures for granted, focusing instead on what you wish they would do differently. A Stoic approach flips this script. Instead of lamenting what isn't, cherish what is. Recognizing and expressing gratitude for the good in your relationship fosters mutual appreciation and strengthens your bond. Practical examples of gratitude. Daily gratitude practice. Each evening, write down 3 things you're grateful for, whether it's a kind gesture, a sunny day, or a lesson learned from a challenge. Over time, this rewires your brain to focus on abundance rather than scarcity. Express gratitude in relationships. Tell your loved ones why you appreciate them. A heartfelt thank you or a small token of acknowledgement can mean more than grand displays of affection. Gratitude for setbacks. Even difficult experiences deserve thanks. They teach resilience, refine your character, and reveal your inner strength. The power of a grateful mindset. Gratitude isn't about ignoring hardships but finding perspective within them. Marcus Aurelius advised, take full account of what excellences you possess, and in gratitude remember how you would hanker after them if you had them not. In simpler terms, imagine how much you'd miss the things you take for granted if they were suddenly gone. In life, love, and work, gratitude transforms your view of the world. It keeps you grounded, helping you see challenges as opportunities and relationships as gifts. In embracing gratitude, you discover that what you have is often more than enough. Number 7, build emotional detachment. In the chaotic world of office politics, deadlines, and performance reviews, emotional detachment can be your greatest ally. The Stoics understood that peace isn't about avoiding life's challenges but mastering your response to them. Marcus Aurelius puts it perfectly, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. The everyday office hustle. Imagine Alex, a marketing specialist striving to climb the corporate ladder. One day, Alex pours weeks of effort into a presentation only to have a senior colleague dismiss it with a vague critique, not quite there yet. Alex's initial reaction is frustration and self-doubt. Thoughts spiral into questions like, am I even good enough? Emotional detachment would allow Alex to step back and recognize that the critique is not a personal attack but an opportunity to refine his work. Instead of ruminating over the feedback or resenting the colleague, Alex can channel his energy into improving his presentation. Navigating office politics. Emotional detachment also shields you from the drama of office politics. Imagine your coworker, Emma, takes credit for an idea you shared in a brainstorming meeting. Your instinct might be to confront her in a flurry of emotions, but a detached approach helps you stay composed. By observing the situation calmly, you might choose to document your contributions and address the matter professionally later. Stoicism reminds us to control what we can, our reactions, and let go of the rest. Practical tips for the office. Label emotions. When stress or frustration arises, name the feeling, I'm irritated because I wasn't acknowledged. This simple act can prevent an emotional outburst. Reframe situations. If a project fails or a promotion goes to someone else, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Growth often hides in setbacks. Detach from recognition, focus on delivering quality work without obsessing over external validation. Your value isn't determined by immediate applause. The strength of a detached professional. Detachment doesn't mean indifference, it means clarity. Epictetus said, men are disturbed not by things, but by the views they take of them. When you detach from fleeting frustrations and focus on long-term growth, you become a resilient force in the workplace. By cultivating emotional detachment, you empower yourself to navigate office life with grace and confidence. You stay productive, avoid unnecessary conflicts, and maintain your peace in the fast-paced world of professional demands. Number 8, embrace simplicity. In the increasingly complex and overwhelming world we live in, simplicity isn't just a luxury, it's a necessity. The Stoics were masters of simplifying life, focusing on what truly mattered, and discarding the rest. Marcus Aurelius captured this beautifully, very little is needed to make a happy life, it is all within yourself. The trap of modern excess. Take a moment to think about the average person's day, endless emails, back-to-back meetings, crowded schedules, and the constant ping of notifications. It's easy to feel as if you're juggling 1,000 things at once, and none of them bring you closer to genuine happiness. Now imagine Sarah, a young professional who recently moved into her dream apartment. She spends her weekends filling it with trendy furniture and gadgets. But soon, the novelty wears off. Her apartment becomes cluttered, and she realizes that despite having more, she feels less content. This is the modern trap, mistaking more for better. The power of simplification. Simplifying your life doesn't mean giving up ambition or success. It means streamlining your energy toward what truly matters. In relationships, it could mean prioritizing meaningful connections over surface-level interactions. At work, it could mean focusing on key projects instead of trying to do everything perfectly. For example, consider Michael, a graphic designer constantly overwhelmed by client demands. Instead of spreading himself thin, he decides to focus on high-value projects that align with his passion. By saying no to low-impact work, he not only improves his performance but also finds greater fulfillment. Practical tips for simplicity. Declutter your space. Set aside a weekend to clean your home or workspace. Only keep items that serve a purpose or bring joy. Streamline your schedule. Identify 1 or 2 priorities each day, and let go of unnecessary tasks. Simplify relationships. Invest in deeper connections with fewer people rather than stretching yourself thin across a wide social circle. Simplicity as a way of being. Seneca wisely said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." When you embrace simplicity, you free yourself from the chains of endless desire. You create room for peace, focus, and authentic joy. The Stoic path to simplicity isn't about deprivation, it's about clarity. By shedding what's unnecessary, you uncover the beauty of what's truly essential. Through simplicity, you can navigate the chaos of modern life with purpose and serenity. Number 9, avoid comparison. Comparison is a thief that quietly steals your joy, leaving you restless and dissatisfied. The Stoics, particularly Epictetus, cautioned against it. Don't explain your philosophy. Embody it. This is not just advice for philosophers but for anyone seeking peace and fulfillment in a world obsessed with measuring success against others. The modern struggle with comparison. Picture Daniel, an ambitious software engineer scrolling through social media after a long day. He sees former classmates posting about promotions, luxurious vacations, or milestones he hasn't yet achieved. He feels a pang of inadequacy, even though his own life is objectively fulfilling. Sound familiar? Comparison warps perspective, making you focus on what you lack rather than what you have. It distracts you from your own path and robs you of gratitude for your progress. A Stoic solution to envy. The Stoics teach that fulfillment comes not from external achievements but from internal harmony. Marcus Aurelius advised, "Be satisfied with what you have and with the lot assigned to you." In relationships, for instance, comparing your partner to others can breed dissatisfaction and unnecessary conflict. Similarly, in the workplace, comparing your career trajectory to a colleague's can lead to bitterness and demotivation. Instead of comparing, focus on being the best version of yourself. Practical strategies to avoid comparison. Limit social media exposure. Curate your digital space to include content that uplifts rather than fuels envy. Take regular breaks to recalibrate your mindset. Reflect on your journey. Spend time journaling about your progress. What have you achieved in the last year? Where have you grown emotionally or professionally? Celebrate others, celebrate yourself. When others succeed, congratulate them sincerely. Then take a moment to celebrate your own milestones, no matter how small. Freedom in self-focus. By shifting your focus inward, you take back control. You stop wasting energy on what others have and start investing in your unique potential. As Seneca noted, it is the sign of a great mind to disregard what is not its concern. Life is not a race or a competition, it is a personal journey. When you avoid comparison, you allow yourself the freedom to walk your path with confidence, joy, and clarity. You become an active creator of your life rather than a passive spectator of others. Number 10, anticipate obstacles. Life, my friends, is like a commute through rush hour traffic. You know the chaos is coming, but somehow, it still catches you off guard. The Stoics, however, were masters of preparation. Epictetus once said, "Difficulties are things that show a person what they are." Translation: brace yourself, because those potholes on the road to success aren't going anywhere. Stoic GPS for life's challenges. Imagine this: Emily, a project manager, starts her day with the lofty goal of clearing her inbox by noon. But by 10 a.m., her boss assigns a quick task that takes hours, a teammate drops the ball, and her lunch gets mysteriously stolen from the office fridge. Instead of spiraling, Emily, with her stoic foresight, anticipated some chaos and was mentally ready. She packed a backup lunch and approached the situation calmly. Obstacles aren't just annoyances, they're training grounds. Marcus Aurelius taught, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. In other words, the roadblocks are the path itself. A laughable but relatable example. Consider dating. You set up a promising first date. You've picked the perfect restaurant, your outfit is on point, and then, it rains. Hard. You arrive drenched, and your date is 20 minutes late. A Stoic would laugh, perhaps internally, and think, well, this is a chance to show my resilience, and my ability to pull off the wet look. How to practice Stoic preparation. Visualize the worst-case scenario. Before a big presentation, imagine the projector breaking or tough questions from the audience. Then mentally rehearse staying calm. Create backup plans, always have contingencies. Keep a charger in your bag, a snack in your drawer, or a backup outfit for emergencies. Reframe the challenge. When faced with an obstacle, ask yourself, how can I grow from this? Sometimes, the answer is patience. Sometimes, it's humor. Why humor helps? Stoics didn't explicitly say, laugh it off, but humor aligns with their philosophy. When you can laugh at life's absurdities, you rob them of their power over you. After all, what's a traffic jam but a reminder to enjoy your favorite podcast? What's a rain-soaked date but a funny story for later? Life's obstacles are like plot twists in a movie, they make the story interesting. By anticipating them, you move from being the frazzled protagonist to the wise, composed hero who keeps their cool. Number 11, seek positive influences. Life is a team sport, and the people you surround yourself with often determine whether you thrive or merely survive. Seneca once wrote, associate with those who will make a better man of you. This isn't just poetic wisdom, it's a practical guide to curating your environment. The energy of your circle. Imagine you're in an office team meeting, and everyone is complaining about deadlines, clients, and the coffee machine. Even if you came in optimistic, it's hard to maintain your positive mindset when negativity fills the air. Now, contrast that with working alongside colleagues who brainstorm solutions and encourage each other. Suddenly, even a mountain of tasks feels manageable. This is the power of influence. Your inner circle, whether friends, colleagues, or loved ones, acts like the soil in which you're planted. If the soil is rich with encouragement, inspiration, and accountability, you'll grow. But if it's toxic with criticism and complacency, you'll stagnate. How to spot positive influences. Encouragers versus critics. Positive influences build you up, challenge you constructively, and celebrate your victories. They don't tear you down or revel in negativity. Listeners and advisors. Good company doesn't just hear, they listen. They offer thoughtful insights rather than defaulting to judgment or dismissal. People who lead by example. Surround yourself with those who live the values you admire. Their actions will inspire you far more than empty words. In love and friendship. Relationships, especially romantic ones, are fertile ground for this principle. Consider dating someone who constantly questions your ambitions versus someone who cheers you on. A Stoic would advise choosing the latter. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. And your thoughts? Often influenced by those closest to you. Practical steps to create a strong circle. Evaluate your current relationships. Ask yourself, do the people in my life help me grow, or do they drain my energy? Invest in uplifting connections, spend more time with individuals who inspire and support you. This could mean joining professional networks, reconnecting with an old friend, or even finding a mentor. Limit exposure to negativity. While you can't avoid all negativity, hello, office gossip, you can limit your participation. Politely excuse yourself or change the subject and discussions turn toxic. A work example. Let's say Chris works on a team where half his colleagues focus on finding solutions, while the other half spend their days grumbling. Chris starts sitting near the problem solvers during lunch breaks, exchanging ideas and energy. Within weeks, his mindset shifts, and his boss notices his proactive attitude. The lesson? Proximity to positivity changes outcomes. Why this matters? Stoicism isn't a solitary journey. While personal growth comes from within, the people around you amplify, or hinder, it. Positive influences don't just make you feel good, they challenge you to be better. They're the iron that sharpens iron, the sunlight that fuels your growth. As you curate your circle, remember this: choose wisely, because the company you keep shapes the life you lead. Number 12. Let go of perfectionism. Perfectionism is the silent thief of joy. While striving for excellence is admirable, chasing perfection can lead to burnout, dissatisfaction, and even a sense of paralysis. Epictetus, in his straightforward wisdom, reminds us, freedom is the only worthy goal in life. And freedom? It's impossible when you're chained to the unrealistic standards of perfectionism. Perfectionism in the workplace. Take Anna, a project manager who obsesses over every single detail of her team's presentations. While her desire for a flawless result is well-meaning, it often leads to missed deadlines and resentment among her colleagues. By the time the project is delivered, Anna is so exhausted from micromanaging that she barely enjoys the accomplishment. Instead of chasing an unattainable ideal, imagine if Anna focused on progress and collaboration. Delivering 95% on time is often more effective than 100% delivered late and with friction. What the Stoics say. Marcus Aurelius advised, do what you can, with what you have, where you are. This timeless principle encourages action over obsession. The Stoics believed in doing their best and leaving the rest to the natural order of things. How perfectionism harms relationships. In love and friendships, perfectionism often shows up as unrealistic expectations of ourselves or others. Maybe you think your partner should always say the right thing, or that your friends should never make mistakes. These beliefs set everyone up for failure. For example, Sarah struggles with perfectionism in her marriage. She expects her partner to read her mind and meet her needs without ever voicing them. Over time, this unspoken standard creates tension, because no one, not even the most loving partner, can meet invisible expectations. When Sarah finally lets go of these impossible demands, she experiences the joy of appreciating her partner for who they are, imperfections and all. Practical steps to embrace imperfection. Set realistic goals. Instead of aiming for perfect, aim for good enough. Whether it's submitting a report or hosting a dinner, recognize that done is better than perfect. Reframe failure. The Stoics saw failure as feedback, not a verdict. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this, rather than, why wasn't I perfect? Celebrate small wins. Perfectionism often overlooks progress. Take time to acknowledge your growth, even in small increments. An everyday example. Picture a chef preparing a meal for friends. A perfectionist might stress over every garnish, redo a dish 3 times, and end the evening too frazzled to enjoy the company. A Stoic, however, would focus on the love and effort poured into the meal, letting minor flaws slide. The result? A more joyful, authentic experience for everyone. The beauty of imperfection. Remember this, perfection isn't relatable. Flaws are what make us human, approachable, and real. The cracks in our facade allow light to shine through, making us not only more authentic but also more connected to others. By letting go of perfectionism, you free yourself to act boldly, love deeply, and live fully. It's not about lowering your standards, it's about lifting the unnecessary weight of unattainable ideals. As the Stoics teach, focus on what you can control, do your best, and trust the process. The rest will take care of itself. Number 13, reflect daily. The final Stoic principle is simple yet transformative: reflection. Marcus Aurelius practiced this nightly, asking himself, what did I do well? Where can I improve? Reflection keeps you aligned with your values, helps you learn from the day, and prepares you to face tomorrow with wisdom. How to reflect? Set aside 5 minutes. At the end of your day, sit quietly. Ask 3 questions. What went well today? What could I have done better? What lesson did I learn? Reflection isn't about self-criticism, it's about self-awareness. A small habit, but one that yields immense clarity. Conclusion: a Stoic life well lived. Stoicism isn't just philosophy, it's a blueprint for resilience, peace, and purpose. By mastering these 13 principles, you empower yourself to navigate life's chaos with calm and strength.